The halls of Olympus trembled as a great decree was spoken. Zeus, king of the gods, had summoned his divine court to witness a contest of strength and honor, a battle between two of his greatest champions. The skies rumbled with his voice as he declared, "Let it be known to all, the time has come to decide who among my chosen is the greatest warrior of Olympus. Will it be my mighty son, Hercules, the breaker of monsters, the Lion of Greece? Or shall it be Diana, princess of the Amazons, the goddess of war and wisdom? The answer shall be written in battle where only the strongest shall stand." A murmur spread among the gods. This was not a challenge made in jest. This was a test of divine supremacy, a battle that would shake the heavens. The call to battle reached both warriors swiftly. In Themyscira, the Amazon queen Hippolyta sat before the sacred fires as the voice of Zeus echoed in her mind. Diana stood before her, the firelight flickering across her golden armor. She had always known that the gods used mortals and demigods as their playthings. But this was different. This was not war. It was a challenge to her very right to be called a champion of Olympus. "You do not need to accept this," her mother warned. "You owe Olympus nothing. You are an Amazon, not a pawn in their games." Diana met her mother's gaze with unwavering resolve. "I do not fight for Olympus. I fight because I must. If I refuse, I surrender the right to stand as a warrior of the Amazons." Meanwhile, in the mountains of Arcadia, Hercules roared with laughter upon hearing the decree. The great hero, now resting after his many labors, had never backed down from a challenge. "So my father wishes to test my strength against the Amazon," he mused, gripping his golden club. "Let the contest begin. I shall show the gods that none stand above Hercules." Though he respected the Amazons, he viewed Diana as a challenger to his legacy. His feats were legendary. He had wrestled the Nemean lion, held the sky upon his shoulders, and conquered the 12 impossible labors. What warrior, even one blessed by the gods, could stand against him? Yet, deep within his heart, there was a flicker of uncertainty. He had heard whispers of Diana's power, of how she had bested Ares himself and stood against beings who threatened the gods. This would not be a mere test of strength. It would be a battle for the ages. Not all in Olympus welcomed this contest with honor. Among the gods sat Ares, the god of war, watching with a cruel smile. He saw an opportunity in this battle, a chance to turn two of Olympus's greatest warriors against each other and sow discord among the gods. "If they fight with all their might, one shall fall," he mused, "and in their fall, Olympus shall tremble." Ares descended from the heavens and visited Hercules in the guise of a nameless warrior. "You know that the Amazons are a creation of the gods, do you not?" he said. "Their power was given to them, not earned as yours was. Why should you allow an Amazon to stand as your equal?" Hercules frowned, gripping his mace tightly. "Diana is no mere Amazon. She has proven her worth in battle." "But is she greater than you?" Ares' voice dripped with venom. "Will you strike her down, or will you let an Amazon surpass the son of Zeus?" Ares' words worked like poison in the hero's mind. He had never allowed anyone to surpass him. This was not just about honor. This was about proving that he was still the mightiest champion of Olympus. On the appointed day, the battle was set, not in Greece nor in Themyscira, but in a place beyond mortal reach, the arena of the gods. A vast battlefield suspended between the heavens and the earth. The sky burned with golden light as Zeus, Hera, Athena, and the other Olympians watched from their thrones. The wind howled across the battlefield, carrying the weight of divine judgment. Diana stood tall, her armor gleaming in the sunlight. The lasso of truth was coiled at her hip, and she wielded the god-killer sword, bearing the blessings of the one. Her expression was calm but determined. Hercules strode forward, every step shaking the ground beneath him. He wore the skin of the Nemean lion as a cloak, his golden mace resting upon his shoulder. His muscles tensed, ready for combat. The two warriors locked eyes. For a brief moment, there was respect. Then the sound of Zeus's thunder shook the heavens. Let the battle begin. And with that, the clash of gods commenced. The moment Zeus's decree echoed through the heavens, Hercules moved. He exploded forward with the force of an earthquake, his massive legs launching him across the battlefield in a single bound. His golden mace, imbued with divine strength, swung toward Diana like a mountain crashing down. Diana didn't flinch. She raised her shield, bracing for impact. The collision sent a shockwave rippling through the sky, shaking the very foundations of Olympus. Sparks flew as divine metal met indestructible hide, the force of Hercules' blow nearly driving her to her knees. But she was no ordinary warrior. She was the Amazon champion. With a swift roll to the side, she dodged the follow-up strike and countered, swinging her sword in a blinding arc. Hercules barely had time to react, twisting his body just enough to let the blade graze his lion skin cloak. The Nemean lion's hide was invulnerable. Diana's sword would not pierce it. "You'll have to try harder than that, Amazon," Hercules taunted, grinning. Diana answered with her lasso. With a flick of her wrist, the golden rope shot forward, aiming to ensnare Hercules. But the son of Zeus was no fool. He caught the lasso midair with his bare hand and yanked it violently, pulling Diana off balance. Seizing the moment, he lunged and delivered a devastating punch to her midsection. The force sent her hurtling backward, crashing into a pillar of golden stone. Dust and rubble rained down as she staggered to her feet. Hercules advanced, relentless. Diana wiped blood from her lip and narrowed her eyes. She had underestimated his speed. She wouldn't make that mistake again. She shot forward, closing the distance in an instant. This time, she didn't attack with her sword. She met Hercules in pure combat. The two warriors exchanged a flurry of blows, their fists colliding with the power of divine thunder. Every strike cracked the air, sending shockwaves across the battlefield. Hercules swung again, but Diana ducked, twisting behind him. She grabbed his arm, using his own momentum to flip him over her shoulder. The great hero crashed into the ground, sending golden dust skyward. Before he could rise, she drove her knee into his chest and pressed her sword against his throat. "Yield," she commanded. Hercules growled, his pride burning hotter than any wound. "Never!" With raw strength, he kicked her away, sending her skidding across the battlefield. Rising to his feet, he grabbed his mace and hurled it like a comet. Diana barely had time to raise her bracers before the impact sent her sprawling. Hercules charged again, but this time she was ready. She called upon the speed of Hermes and the wisdom of Athena. As Hercules bore down on her, she stepped in a blur, avoiding his mighty fist by mere inches. Then with all her strength, she drove her fist into his jaw. Hercules staggered. It was the first time in centuries that someone had truly rocked him. But he was the son of Zeus. He had endured far worse. As Diana lunged forward to finish the fight, he roared with fury and caught her midair. His grip was like iron, unyielding. "This ends now, Amazon." With divine might, he slammed her into the battlefield. The very foundations of the arena of the gods cracked. When the dust settled, Diana lay motionless. Hercules stood over her, breathing heavily. "You fought well, Amazon," he said. "But I am the son of Zeus, and none surpass me in battle." Zeus's voice thundered across the heavens. "It is decided, Hercules, the mightiest of all warriors, stands victorious." And on that day, Olympus had its answer. Did this battle end the way you expected? What clash would you like to see featured in the next fight? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoy this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more legendary battles.